Hi, guys, and welcome to this week's team call. I'm so excited that you guys are here, and it's the first, so we have a brand new month and a brand new person to speak some life into us as a team, and I'm so excited because we've heard a lot from some of Mary Lauren's team, who I love and adore, but this week, one of my personally sponsored coaches, Lauren, is going to be talking on the call, and I'm so pumped because who doesn't love a good comeback? Like, everyone does, right? We always root for the comeback, and Lauren is like the epitome of comeback, and she's not even done yet. Lauren, I know she's going to tell you guys a little bit of her story, but first I wanted to interject and do a quick shout out to everyone for crushing Success Club last month, because that just reminded me. Lauren hit Success Club with like 15 minutes to go last night. Erin McQueen and Kaylee Hendrickson hit Success Starters for their first full month in the business for February, and that was amazing. Erin, who just logged off for the dentist office, actually earned 12 Success Club points last month in her first full month as a new coach, which is like amazing. She thought she only hit 10. I was like, no, girl, go back and add it up. Like, you're even more fabulous than you knew. But really, it was an amazing month. And, you know, for everyone, I know that this month, you know, whether it was tough for you or easy for you, people were really pushing through, and you could see that through posts on the team page. Like, nobody was giving up. And I know that all this momentum is perfect for rolling us into the launch of 22-Minute Hardcore, which is today. Whether 22-Minute Hardcore is your dream program or not, it could be for somebody else. So definitely log into your online office or check out a YouTube video and just get a feel for it. Even if you're not planning to do it, log in and get a feel for it, because it's a 22-minute program. We keep finding ways for people who say, well, I don't have enough time for 30 minutes. Well, I don't have enough time to do T25. Well, fine. It's 22 minutes. Like, it's 22 minutes. And especially, it's kind of an all-encompassing workouts, especially for like guys. Like Nick, I wasn't sure, but he loved it. It had like a little PT sandbag, and he thought, you know, hey, it's kind of cheesy, but he still loves it. He's like, he literally messaged me this morning and was like, did you order that yet? Like, slow your roll, like, calm down. But do your research on it and see how you can talk about it with people and who you know that it may be a good fit for. So check that out. Really exciting. It's probably the first Tony Horton program that I've ever tried and thought I could probably finish the whole program, because normally he's not my jam. I'm a Shaun T girl. Everyone knows that. But so rolling into that, Lauren is stoked about 22-Minute Hardcore. So that made me think about it, and Rock Success Club last minute. So that's where I was going with that. But a little background on Lauren so that she can really get into the meat and potatoes of what she has to say. I personally sponsor Lauren. I did not always personally sponsor Lauren. She actually was personally sponsored by one of my best friends, Amanda, when she first started. And I love Amanda with all my heart. She's no longer with our team, but still one of my very best friends. She just kind of went through some stuff, and instead of just kind of half-assing it through a hard time, she said, you know what, let me just step back and, you know, let this opportunity go, and I will come back when I feel like it's right for me. And through that, I inherited Lauren, who is amazing, and I awkwardly reached out to her and was like, I don't know, all I know is I love you, please love me. So that's kind of how we got started. And, you know, she has had her own ups and downs and her own story, but she, like, in all ways inspires me through business, through fitness, through moves, through, she's prior military. She's just got an amazing story, and I'm so excited for her to share that with you. So I'm gonna shut up about it. I'm just really excited. So I just keep talking. So let her talk and me be quiet. Ready, go.
Ready, go. Okay. Sorry. The faces were, I have like 4 dogs right behind me, and they all seem to have just farted. So I'm like, But anyways, just a great way to start the call. So hi, I'm Lauren. I know most of you have seen me on either the Team Passion Fire page or the No Slack Zone page. I'm kind of just getting back into being on there more consistently, or at least trying. But like Christina said, I started out with Nicole, and she was great. I had been watching her for so long, and she started doing Turbo Fire. I'm like, that's cool. I want to do that. And so I told my husband about it, and we got it. And that is what really kickstarted me. And I didn't get on Shakeology right away, and it took I wanted to, but I'm like, man, that's a lot of money. And I was one of those classic people that are like, this is too expensive for me. I can't do it. And I wasn't working at the time. So it was all on my husband. And he was one of those, I'm not letting you spend $100 a month on a shake. Like he didn't see it. So anyways, got on Shakeology, was doing that consistently, and was reaching out consistently, trying to get more consistent in all of the things that come with coaching. And just sort of, I don't know, I fell in love with it. And I mean, I found Christina through Nicole and was like, wow, this chick is pretty awesome. And I, didn't even know all of what what she had gone through, like everything that Christina has been through, yet is still here doing the coaching stuff, reaching out to people and helping people and working out despite all of her, her illness and everything else. Like I mean, Christina's like God to me, goddess. Okay. Like that's literally what I felt about Christina. And I so when I did inherit her, and she was like, hey, I don't know what went on, but I'm here for you. And she helped me get started, and she helped me to really find like the basics. And like, I kid you not, I probably bugged her like 70 million times. Like she was probably like, seriously, stop. But I kept asking questions, and I wanted to know more. And she would give me videos, or she would tag me in other posts or other videos, and gave me the tools that I needed to be successful. And it was sort of not that it was all on my own, but that's just how it's going to be with anybody. I'm only going to be as successful as the effort that I put into it. So Christina said, here's the tools. And it was up to me to use the tools and do something with them and actually be successful. So through using those tools and watching Christina and how she does things and kind of imitating, because for a long time, I just was like, okay, let me just kind of copy this and make it a little bit myself and then see what happens. And I did that for a while. And then she's like, dude, you're doing so great now. Now, she would give me these tips that helped me become a little bit better. Once she saw that I had something down, she gave me something else and had me work and perfect on that, and then gave me something else. And so she was really the thing that helped me get to where I was in the beginning. And I did really great. And I had people, I was in Korea, and I had a couple of coaches underneath me, whether they were discount or not, and had some customers going. And then the move hit. And I moved right before Christmas, but for like the 2 months prior to that, I was anticipating leaving at any moment. So like the house was packed, and I, didn't have everything going. And I was waiting and waiting and waiting for the Army, and any of you military folks know how that goes. So finally, and through all of that, I struggled a lot. I knew that I was going to be losing. I had a friend who was ordering 2 things of Shakeology, and I lost her when I moved. I lost my a coach who was also on Shakeology when we moved. So I went from like really, really great to really not so great, in my opinion. I felt like, wow, everything's and then the move, and you just feel so overwhelmed with everything and the kids, and then you're back with family, and it's like vacation, but not, I mean, like, you know, I'm seeing everybody and we, you know, the holidays hit and everything. And then, you know, it was time for school to start back up in January. And it was such a hard transition for me to get back into my groove and find time, find a way to get on a schedule when I'm not living in my own house. These aren't my things. This isn't my kitchen. I mean, my kids are going to a new school. They're adjusting. My husband's trying to get work because our plan for New Zealand it didn't go in the dumps, but we put it on the back burner. So, I mean, we had to start fresh, and that it's just life, you know, life happens, and sometimes it hits you harder at sometimes than others. I'm trying to stay on track here. I'm just like, but life happens, and it's going to happen to all of us, no matter what journey we're on and what we go through. And I know Koyeta is going through some tough times too. So being able to go and help her and realize that, you know, it's not for good. It's not like we're always going to be in this, you know, rut or, you know, in this setback mode, but it's up to us to get out of that setback mode. So I'm like, all right, the kids are going to school, and husband got a job. So he's in Las Vegas now doing his thing. So I got that out of the way. The kids, I mean, not that they're out of the way, but they're, you know, they've got their school time. So this gives me 3 hours in the morning while my son's in school and my daughter's in school to really focus on me and my business and my fitness and what I want to do with this opportunity that I have here that's just waiting for me to do something with it, you know? So I found ways, I had to find ways to make it work for me and for my time constraints, and through this transition, because it's a lot longer than just a regular military move when, you know, you move into a house and everything's done and set within like a month. So, and this is going on, all of December, January, February, 3 months now that we've been in like transition mode, living out of suitcases and, you know, trying to live in a house that's not ours. And it's been really difficult for us this time. So my biggest thing that has really helped me is time management, which me being an Emerald personality, I should be like super pro at this, and I can, but it's the actually doing it that kind of sucks sometimes. So things that have helped me is getting like a journal, like when we do our PO3s, Christine always says, write it down, write it down. You can do them, but if you don't write it down, it's like it never happened. You can't keep track of it in your head. Things get lost, and I've learned that the hard way. So I have 2 separate journal things that I do. I have one for my PO3s that I write everything down, and then I have one that's like a list mode. So I have them both, and they each have different things, but that's what helped me to organize it in my way, the way that I'm doing it. And it kind of kept me on track. And the cool thing about the journal, like I'm going to show it real quick. So like, this is a bad week, but I have this. So this is like the week, and I have so it has like the month and the week in with it. And I write down like all of my, you know, my new ads, my messages, my invites. And I do that on a daily basis, and I'll like have little remarks and stuff next to them, like who I spoke with that actually signed up, or who I added who accepted my friend request, you know, those sorts of things. So I can sort of see, and I can go back and look at those people and see if I need to follow up and all that stuff. So so I have that, and that's really worked well. I've been doing that since January, and you can see, I like that I can look back on it and see my whole journey. Like I can see the weeks that I did really bad, and I wasn't, not that I did bad, but that I wasn't as consistent and I didn't write things down, or things happened. And then like there was like a 2-week span where I was like, the whole page was just filled because I was just going and going and giving it my all. And being able to look back on that and see that fire that I had, I was like, I need to be like that again. And I need to get back into that. So that's why I like this, because I can look back on it and I see, and it's dated, and it's my source of motivation when I need it. And my list just helps me keep organized. Who was in a group, on this date, and who we had conversations with and all that stuff. But being organized has really been what's helped me stay this consistent after such a rough time. Being able to help and support other people has helped keep me more accountable for myself. Like I've been success partners with Coyetta for a while, and I've been helping out Erin McQueen also lately, and being able to help, like Coyetta is, not, I wouldn't say she's a new coach, but new-ish. And Erin just started out like 2 months ago. So being able to go and help them and answer their questions, it's a constant reminder for me to do the same things, like, not just preach it, but do what I preach, and it it's my way of keeping myself in check and helping somebody else at the same time. So my suggestion is anybody who's been, kind of not slacking off, but not been the greatest, or they feel like they're in a rut, like they're not going anywhere with the business. My thing is, find yourself a success partner and tag team with them, whether it's someone who's on the same page as you, or someone who's newer than you, or someone who's higher than you. Just find someone that you can mesh with, that you can support each other, even if it's just checking in with your PO3s. Be like, look, I got my PO3s done today. Where's yours? Give them that tough love, and to have your success partner. And then, crap. No, I just lost it.
I have a question, if this is a good time.
Yes, we're good.
Interjection. This reminded me of something, because you're right. When you teach people and you help people, it keeps you more accountable. Like, having a success partner at your same level that you're pushing together is awesome, because you have those goals and you can hold each other accountable and be like, quit being a slacker and quit being stupid and push forward together. But looking back, because I've been talking to Mary Lauren about boot camp and how I think it's amazing, and it's teaching me a metric ton of organization for sure, but that I don't necessarily think that the fact that I'm having the best month ever has anything to do with that. I think it's momentum from doing Race for Rank, because when I teach people stuff, it reminds me of all the stuff that I need to do. Like, nothing helps me become better than helping other people become better, because I'll say stuff, or like Mary Lauren, the whole first week, I was like, hey, I think I said that in a Coach Basics group once, like literally that same phrasing. I don't even do that anymore. What the, and you just really learn so much by helping other people. So I just thought it was cool that you pointed that out. It's just like accountability groups, you're going to stay more on track when you're actively hosting an accountability group, because you have those other people watching you. So when you're helping to lead your team and teaching them what you're doing, or reaching out to new coaches, you're not only helping them, but you're reminding yourself, because you can't teach what you don't preach. Like, you know what I mean? Like, or you can't preach what you're not doing yourself. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I thought that was cool. So I had a question, and then I was waiting, and then that came up. When you restarted, so like when people restart, I know for me, I had a little step back moment. It wasn't huge. I didn't go MIA or anything. When you restarted, did you, because I know there are a lot of people who are getting ready to do this, did you just dive back in and act like nothing happened and come back in like the expert and girl boss? Or how did you kind of reintroduce yourself on social media and in conversations with people? Because that can be intimidating. It was for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it definitely is. It's hard because people watch you. Like, they watch you and they'll know. Like, people notice when you've had a setback or when you're not so active, even if they don't say anything. Because when you do dive back in, they're like, oh, hey, there you are. Like, they see you again. think what I don't know, like I think I kind of did just really dive back in. Like I knew the things that I needed to do. I knew I needed to be more consistent in posting. I knew I needed to limit the crap posts. I knew that I needed to revamp my my Facebook cover page, or my cover photo, and my profile picture. I think I just kind of made a list of goals that I needed to have, things that I need to do, and then just sort of did them. And then I knew that once I did them, and once I was being more consistent and people saw I was consistent, that things would fall into place. So I guess it kind of was. And it depends, I think, on where you were at when you left off. Like I knew the things that I needed to do to be successful before I went into my, transition mode, and my setback mode. But I wasn't, it was hard for me to keep with that, which is why I got set back. But then when I started back up, I'm like, all right, I already have the things that I need to do. I need to be more consistent. I need to do my PO3s. I need to post. I need to look professional. And then I just did it. Like I knew it needed to get done, and I knew I would be successful if I did it. So I did. And the team call with Nick a couple weeks ago was seriously like, I needed that call so bad. Like you have no idea. He feels like it was not even worth it, the call, but it so was, because I mean, my husband was around the corner. So, and I don't think he can hear me. I think he was playing WoW with his headphones on, but like it really lit that fire. Like, you know what, whether he supports me now or not, he's going to support me eventually. And I just need to, so I bugged him about signing him up as a coach again. And he's like, no, not until you have this many coaches, and I'm the last one that you need to be diamond, and so I was like, well, look, I need videos that prove that signing your spouse up early was important. So I kept bombarding him with stuff, and he finally just caved. Well, I mean, he didn't like it, but at least he caved, and I was like, yes. So, I mean, he's helped me, and I just signed another coach up last night, and she's really cool, and I really like her, and she's got a lot of fire in her. I don't think she sees it yet, but she certainly does, and just like once you get that going and you see these little, you're making, that challenge pack sale, or you sign a new coach, like it just reignites that fire and just gets you going. And even if you aren't like actually making the sales and making, signing coaches, like knowing that people are seeing you still should be, to me, it should be enough, because eventually someone's going to say something to you, or you're going to reach out to someone and they'll be like, oh my gosh, I've been watching you for so long. Thank you for reaching out to me. I mean, maybe not in those words, but it pays off.
I love what you said, because, I was in property management before, and obviously that's sales intensive in person. And so that's funny based on, like, if you know me, that I used to be successful at selling people apartments that were extremely overpriced in person. I did have those reactions, like the strong facial reactions. It was bad. But one thing that we talked about there was, and I know people are like, well, we're not salespeople, but like, if we're being real with ourselves, like we sell stuff, like we do. Like we have programs in Shakeology. We sell stuff. And, in leasing apartments, one thing that we talked about constantly was that the best time to make a sale is right after you make a sale. So a lot of times people will be like, sweet, I got a new coach and a challenge pack for the day, so I'm going to call it quits. Like, that is my favorite time to reach out to people. Like, as soon as I sign a new coach or I hit Success Club, I will voice message like 10 people, because I'm fired up for real. Like, they need to hear me right now while I'm on top of the world. Like, I just hit Success Club, and you're going to be the best coach ever, and I love you, your results are amazing, and I know we can do this. Like, I'm genuinely excited. I don't have to, there's no pre-workout involved. That's genuine excitement, and people can hear that. And, if I can't get you on the phone, which I'm trying to do now, phone calls with people, I will send you 3 1-minute voice messages to tell you how I feel about you. And so I think it's really awesome that you said that. So to just kind of like wrap up the call and make it kind of full circle, because it is talking about, like, we're talking about crafting your comeback. So now you are at 5 coaches in your business center. So you're on your warpath to setting up Diamond. You're so precious. I'm so excited. But anyways, so you did that and you hit Success Club. So you've like solidified yourself back into where you were and pushing forward. So that being said, you have Summit coming up, you've got your 5 people in place, and you know where you need to go. So what do you have planned to do from here? Like, what is your plan of attack for March while you've got this momentum going? Like, once you get this momentum going, what are just like maybe 2 or 3 tips you would give people to keep it going, and what you plan to do yourself?
So yeah, there's a lot that's coming up that I'm super excited about. Like, I mean, Summit's only a couple of months away, like you said, and I hit Success Club last month, and the month before I was 1 point away. So I was really bummed that I didn't make it, but super stoked that I did get it this month. And like you said, I have that fire right now, even knowing, I hit it last night, like it's still there. I'm still excited. So the things that I'm going to do to keep this momentum going through the month of March, I honestly, my first thing is to be more consistent myself. Like I keep saying consistency, but it is like, that's the key to being successful, is being consistent. So I need to be more consistent myself, more consistent in my posts, in my fitness. I just started Size, and I've had it for a while, but I'm going to complete it this time. Like, I always get bored and switch things. So I'm going to be consistent in that. Consistent in my water, because that's like been really hard for me lately, especially being here, in my mom's house instead of my own. And sticking with my success partners. That would probably be a tip and a thing that I'm going to do to keep me going. I've got Coyetta, who we just bounce ideas back on each other, and we support each other, and we lift each other up. And I feel like we're on the same page with things in our business. So she's like my, not really competitor, because we don't really compete, but like the person that I'm going to rise with, And then I've got Erin, and I love being able to teach her these new things, because I mean, Christina's a busy person. She's like in my books, okay? So even if she doesn't think about it herself, she's like here. So I know she's got so many things going on. She's got her boot camp, and she's got, the team page and the challenge groups and everything like that. So having a new coach, like being able to have a new coach come to me instead of, I don't know, not really, I mean, he's not really bothering Christina, but you know what I mean? I like being able to help somebody else that's new, that's just starting out. And like Christina said, because it helps me out too. So, all right. So consistency, having a success partner or multiple success partners. And what would be the last one? Do challenge groups. Never really talked about that. But honestly, like that's where I get a lot of the people who really want to do this, and I can see the type of person they are. So there's a lot of people that sign, and maybe they want to do it, but they're not like super, super stoked about it. Whereas Jessica, she signed last night, and she's super stoked about it. Like, she can't wait for it to come in. So I want to have a challenge group in the month of March. And I guess I need to post about it. That's another to-do list thing. But the challenge groups is really where I get a lot of motivation from, and I can see the people that I'm working with, and kind of I can decide, all right, are they someone that I just need to continue to help, or as a customer, or is this someone who would love to be a coach and to actually pay it forward and do the things that we do. So I think that's really it. Just being consistent, time management, success partners, Am I missing anything? Do you have any tips for me, Christina?
No, I think just like the past 3 calls, what you basically said is anyone, let me hold on, let me unmute some people.
Power of 3? Power of 3?
Yeah.
I think that's what she said. I think we could have summed up once again for the 3rd week in a row. Not to make any of your content look like it was a waste of time, because it was fantastic and fabulous, but the hunk of information on the call was, if you don't do power of 3s, your business isn't going to progress. So if you're not doing power of 3s, that you don't have a business.
Exactly.
It's amazing how that just keeps shining through week to week.
And you don't realize
and success partners keep you in track, just like with fitness in business. I mean, I don't really have a success partner, but if I did,
excuse me,
if I had a success partner,
face when you said that.
I had a success partner. I'm just kidding. I proposed to Mary Lauren. We stopped BSing.
I have my heart just stopped for a second. You can't take it back now.
I gave Mary Lauren a really creepy post on her page asking her to be my success partner, even though we've probably been that for 6 months now or possibly longer. I don't like to put titles on things. When you do, it gets messy, man. It gets messy. I would know.
You're dumb.
You ever do that? You tell someone they're your best friend and then everything just falls apart?
Christina had a hard time calling me her best friend.
I didn't know
for a really long time.
I didn't know we were best friends. I didn't know. Anytime anyone on the team's like, I love you, I'm like, you do?
And then she cries. I didn't know it had to be a thing where I proposed to her, will you be my best friend? But it was. I called her that one day and she was like, oh my God, and freaked out. Yeah.
It was after Coach Summit, actually.
Yeah, it was.
Months later. So weird. But really, I do appreciate you talking, Lauren, and just sharing a little bit about what you've done, because I know from experience that it can be hard taking a step back. And even if you're still present, it can be hard to just get it back going. It's intimidating, but it's just as intimidating as it is being a new coach. You just have to just do it. And it gets easier. The more you do it, the easier it gets. Power of 3s may seem weird at first, but the more you do it, it just becomes part of life, brushing your teeth or
and writing it down.
Texts from Mary Lauren in a row. It's just part of your day.
Simple.
Did anybody have anything they want to ask Lauren or say to Sizzle? Mary Lauren? Anything you'd like to say to El Sizzle?
Sizzle's on fire now. I'm excited to see this come back, because I know, when she first started, we all had this feeling that she was going to be this baller.
We talk about it all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. And she is, and she has that fire in her, and I'm just glad that she didn't let it dim out to nothing and just came back and is stronger than ever. I think that's commendable. And we all have that moment where we're like, I need to step back, or I'm not so sure about this. And it happened to me. It's happened to Christina. It's happened to pretty much everyone who now has risen up beyond that. So it's nothing to be ashamed of. It's something to be proud of, that you worked through it and you're back. So word up to Sizzle today. I'm proud of you, dude.
That's actually how she got that nickname. Isn't it that when you called her Sizzle because she was on fire?
I think so.
I think so. Gosh.
That's all. Does anybody else want to say anything? Oh, I see Mia. Hi, Mia. I think that's Mia, unless you're holding a random child. It's hard to tell from this angle. I just see a sweater. Yeah, Mia. Oh, Mia.
So
I miss you.
Just I see.
Oh, there's Lucas's head. Let's end the call. Just kidding. But yeah, does anybody else have any questions or like wanna? Oh, I didn't unmute. And
Koyetta, ask a question.
I'm unmuting her as well. That was next up. Anyone else?
Lucas wants to know when y'all are coming to visit.
Well, I'm currently saving for my plane ticket to Punta Cana for our Success Club trip. So I will see you there.
Okay.
But really, space day flights aren't that bad. I need to look into that.
Oh yeah, Space Day is good if you can.
Because I don't even we can't talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. But nope, never mind. I'm just gonna have a lot of free time at the end of the year and most of next year. I don't want to talk about it. What's your friends?
Can I just say though how freaking excited I am for Summit? Like
Yes, you can. That would be fantastic to talk about on the call. Touche.
Yes, I'm blown away. Okay, Christina knows how freaking excited I am about going to Summit this year because I've been so excited since last year.
You have been so excited since last year.
I'm pumped, and I was seriously.
And look, you ended up in the U.S. You didn't even have to pay for an international flight like you thought.
I know, and gosh, I can only imagine the flight cost for that from New Zealand.
Don't imagine it.
It would have been outrageous, but I probably would have saved for the entire year just to pay for my plane ticket. But now that I'm here, going flights from Vegas are super cheap. So, and Jimmy said, my husband, that because he got a job at the casinos with the MGM. So with them, they get deals on Southwest Airlines. So, I get that, and I need some roommates for Summit.
I think we're still all figuring out the situations, but we need to make a post eventually on the team for that. I'm still trying to figure out if Nick will be gracing us with his presence or not. I think he's going to grace us with his presence, but not actually attend Coach Summit. I think he's just there to drink.
Yeah, well, that's okay. I can do that. I have to meet. I have to meet Cowboy, as ML says. He's beyond cool. So yeah,
he's cooler in person. He's annoying. He's more annoying over the phone.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. He's not really. He's actually better in person when you can see his facial reactions to things and hear his no filter. It's amazing.
I love the no filter. I love it. Absolutely love it. Yeah. But yeah, I'm super excited for it because not only do I get this amazing business opportunity to grow as a coach,
but you get to meet Mary Lauren.
Yeah. Well, and I was gonna say KP too. You too. I've this whole year and even before that, I've just been so pumped to actually meet you guys in person. But at the same time, I'm nervous. I see you guys and we're talking on here and everything, but I'm are you
best friends in real life?
Yeah, are we gonna be best friends in real life too?
Mary Lauren will squish your face.
It's true. I do that. I'm really weird. You think I'm weird online? It gets weirder.
Oh, well, that'll be good because I'm kind of weird too.
I'm not as fun in person, but I'm working on it.
Oh, I think you'll be fine. You guys are seriously making my cheeks hurt from all the smiling I've been doing.
That'll be all right.
My face hurts.
But yeah, so everybody needs to come to Coach Summit. You should do that. It's a thing.
It's
we'll start a thread on the team page. We've got some other stuff planned coming up for the team for trainings and accountability groups and that kind of thing. So look out for that. But really that's it. I'm going.
Were you singing that? I'm going to Summit.
Don't be a party crasher.
If everybody pitches in $20 for my plane ticket, I can go.
Or you could just go diamond.
Oh, yeah. You're in Germany now, aren't you?
Yeah. It's
I'm excited to see everyone. We'll post up. We've got some stuff coming up we're hashing out details for the team. 22-minute hardcore release today. Don't wait until the second half of the month to hit Success Club. Do it now. There's a video called How to Hit Success Club in 24 hours on the team page that can totally be utilized at the beginning of the month too. It doesn't have to be
Heck yeah.
day.
It's so much less stressful if you work super hard now to hit than like the last day. It like makes my head explode.
I have anxiety on the last day of the month if I hadn't hit it. Like nothing goes right. Nothing.
I know.
That was how I felt last
I
night.
hit it the first half for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know what we're going to talk about on next week's team call. We should probably figure that out. Maybe
We'll talk.
Maybe Mary Lauren and I will talk, and you can listen to our faces again.
Yeah.
We'll be amazeballs. Not really. But really, we'll figure something out. I've got some ideas of things that I think we need to like hash out. Maybe some tips on leading a team, perhaps.
Yes. Oh, please.
Lauren asked if we would do a call with her to talk about leadership tips, and I was like, maybe we could just make it a call.
Because I feel
I'm not good
like
at it. Mary Lauren taught me how, so I'm really stoked to hear what she has to say.
What are you talking about? You're not good. Like seriously, like everything that you've been doing, like I watch you like a hawk.
Lauren, slap her. Just slap her. She needs a good one.
This is so violent, you guys. You just have to treat me this way.
Well, thankfully we're not in person doing this. Can you imagine?
Keep down. Sorry.
But yeah, so thanks for tuning in, guys, and thanks for talking, Lauren. I know it can be scary leading your first team call, but I thought you did pretty amazeballs, and I could tell you were super emerald.
I'm super excited.
Organization and whatnot. I need to borrow some of that. Have that. Obviously, I can't get it together enough to even double check half the stuff I do, so I need some emerald in my life. Don't make that face, Mary Lauren. But anyways, I hope everyone has an awesome day. We're going to have an awesome month, and we're going to roll into Summit with a lot of power, and I'm thinking a lot of diamonds, which is pretty fantastic.
I hope so.
Tune in next week. These are every Tuesday at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, rain or shine, busy or not busy, and we are recording them, so I decided to stop being a jerk and not recording them on principle alone. So we'll see you guys next Tuesday. Thank you, Lauren.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye.